Everyone's talking about Donald Trump's tweets. I haven't got the slightest fucking clue what he's tweeted recently. I don't follow him on Twitter. I don't care. It's hilarious. He's just changed the asylum laws, so 95% of the people at the border presenting will not be eligible for asylum. Because if you've passed through another country where you could have safely claimed, i.e. Mexico, and you didn't apply, then they don't consider you an asylum seeker anymore. So jobs are good in. No one talks about that though. No one talks about one of the biggest changes to American migration law. No one talked about it because they were all talking about his so-called racist tweets where he danced around the send them home nonsense. Now, the Supreme Court has just freed up $2.5 billion, which if you add the money he already had is enough. It's what he needed to build his wall just in time for 2020. And it's complicated. Like it's not as simple as this headline in Vox says here. Construction can begin, but the case is still ongoing. But this is what really bothers me about this in the American system at the moment, and it's what the Democrats have done. The Democrats have very specifically done this, and this is why they freaked out so much about Kavanaugh being a constitutionalist, where judge appointments became a political thing, and it was originally a judge in Oakland who blocked this. Oakland. Now, I'm not going to get a map up, but this is like North California. Well, I don't know if it's Northern California, but San Francisco. So someone in San Francisco essentially just went, no, you can't do that down there, and blocked it. And Supreme Court told them to do one. Good. Really, really dangerous. Something needs to happen in America in terms of the way this is. It's good that you've got checks and balances, but if any judge with any political leading can just go, no, I'm blocking this, it's like, fuck me, man. It's scary. But yeah, he was handed a major victory on his signature issue, building a wall on the US-Mexico border. Now, he's not so far built any new wall. And this was his biggest campaign promise. It's the main one. I don't think it was the main one originally, but it took off so much that it's become the main one, and it is the biggest voting point in American politics right now. Last poll I saw, it was 30% of people said that was their number one issue. It was by far the biggest. Now, he's replaced wall, fencing with bigger stuff, but he's not built anything new yet, and this is just phenomenal for him for 2020. I honestly can't see how he's not going to be re-elected. I can't. Do you know what? All these people saying he's stupid. You are fucking idiots. No one's talking about this. Everyone's talking about his latest tweet. He did some Antifa tweet and some other nonsense. And that's what he does. Whilst he's doing major decisions, law-making decisions over here, he's then going onto Twitter doing a little rant, and everyone's going, oh, not my president. Ah! And the best thing of all is when they call him stupid, which is insane to me. Because it's like, can you not see how the trick's done at this point? We all fell for it at the start. Of course we did. Me included. But can you not see how it's done yet? Like, whenever there's a big Trump controversy, look further down the page at whatever else is going on. What big law has he just passed? He learnt quickly with the predominantly Muslim country ban. He learnt very, very quickly, didn't he? Oh, right. So if I'm going to bring in a big law like that, they're going to flock the airports and they're going to wear Handmaid's Tale stuff and they're going to be going, no! So what I need to do is get them to go, no! Over something else, and then I can get on with it. And this is good. This is good. So far, there are legal loopholes in the American border law that encourage human trafficking, that encourage the abduction and trafficking of children. A third of whom were tested at the border were not related to the people they were moving with. So people are stealing kids, people are borrowing kids, people are buying kids to then get over the border because it used to be a safe way over. And I know people are talking about kids in cages. They're not in fucking cages. It's fenced areas. It is bad and it is overcrowded. But the Democrats keep blocking the money that's needed to help the situation. Cortez celebrated when the kids weren't getting beds. The company that made beds, they all walked out. She should have said, no, I want them to have beds. They're all sleeping on the floor. Cortez is like, yes, because she don't give a fuck about him. Which is why she blocked money that would have been $3.5 billion of humanitarian aid. Now, this does need to happen, man. People are dying because they're spending days walking through the desert. Days. And they are dying because of it. Obviously, it's getting reported completely the other way. But it's like, no. It's because they're walking through the fucking desert, man. Yeah, there needs to be walls there. Of course there does. There needs to be border security. 11,000 kids in 1 month. 11,000. You can start screaming about kids in cages, but what do you do about 11,000 kids in a month, a single month? It's madness. Of course they're going to be in overcrowded situations. That's the problem with these people. They don't fucking think beyond the... Oh, kids... Well, yeah, they are tightly packed, but, you know, a wall will stop it. Vegas saying, I keep trying, but Graham's voice is a real turn-off. Oh, excuse me. I bet you sound like fucking... I was going to say Mozart. Wasn't Mozart deaf? Torgo, thank you for your donation, sir. I really, really appreciate it. And he said, can you ask Hayden if he was an extra in Corrie? Well, he's right there. I don't know if he said it. I'm here to fap. That was his answer. I'm here to fap. Hayden, were you an extra in Corrie? I don't know if he was. He usually tells me stories along those lines over and over again, so if he was, he probably would have told me by now. Rational Ronfig says, good to see the plague making a comeback in DNC areas of the US. Progressive politics is still progressing, and now he's never been in Corrie. There we go. But yeah, the Democrat cities are just falling apart, aren't they? Disgusting, horrible messes. You forget, especially California, used to be a good sort of mix between Republican and Democrat. And I think that's probably when it was at its absolute peak. It was so wealthy and did so well and all that. And then the Democrats took over. There's still a lot of Republicans in California. A hell of a lot. Phenomenal number. I saw one poll saying it was 40%, but they just don't vote. They don't bother voting. There's a funny thing about all these, because the American system where what's it called? The Electoral College. Because people are sulking about Trump getting in, they're saying, right, we're not going to do the Electoral College. We're going to do the Electoral College based on the nationwide majority. The idea being, Hillary got more votes in 2016. So if they'd done it on that system rather than the states, how disgusting do you have to be as a lawmaker, Democrat lawmaker, to be like, we're going to ignore the great state of Wisconsin. We're just going to do it for the national vote, because that way they'll get the New York and California votes, and they'll go, see, So the idea is they want to stop it happening, but I suspect that it would fall very, very hard on them, because if they did rig the system, because Trump won the system that was in place. If you change the system, then you change how it works. People go, oh, the popular vote. If it's true that 40% of Californians are Republicans, then, and they knew that California was going to go with its phenomenal number of electoral college votes, if they knew they were going to go off the national popular vote, then that 40% are all going to fucking vote. There's a good, I wouldn't say there's a good chance, but there's all the Republicans who live in safe Democrat areas would then vote, because they're like, oh wait, my vote isn't just California now. My vote is the 13 states who have signed up to scrap the electoral college system. The safety net that's in place to stop this happening. Absolutely. And I suspect that if they do go through with it, because I know there's been some legal challenges, I suspect that it's going to lead to Donald Trump getting an even bigger victory in 2020 than he did. Because even if a state like California It's going to be so funny because the Democrat might win there, but then Republicans will get the popular vote nationwide. So even though Democrats get most votes in California, California will give its electoral college votes to the Republicans. They'll have to stand there and do it like that, shivering with rage, giving the votes to Donald Trump because they fucking ought to, because they tried to game the system. I'd love it. It'd be amazing. But yeah, here we go. Anyway, this is the thing, man. Everyone's ignoring it again, and like I said, I don't know what his tweets are right now. Don't follow him. Don't give a shit. He's doing phenomenal work, and I don't mean that in the sense of it good or bad or anything, but phenomenal in the sense that it's just really high level lawmaking at the moment. Massive, drastic changes. It's too good because no one even notices, because Orange Man bad.